my name is Emma and I am a Stay Safe Officer at Lincolnshire County Council. This video has been created to guide parents and carers through setting up parental controls on the popular social media app Snapchat. Snapchat has an age rating of 13 and above. Anyone under the age of 18 requires parental consent to use the app. We'll begin with a brief overview of how people can communicate on this platform. As you may know already, Snapchat is a multimedia messaging application which is used primarily for sharing photos and videos known as snaps with others. People often enjoy using the many filters when creating their snaps. Images sent on Snapchat usually disappear on the recipient's end after they have been viewed, though users can opt to save them to the chat conversation, and recipients can always make copies by taking a screenshot or by taking a photo using another device, for example. Users can also share snaps on their story for friends to view for up to 24 hours. There is an option to have a public profile on Snapchat. With a public profile, people can share their snaps with people all over the world. This option is only available for people whose profiles state that they are 18 plus. It is important that your teens make sure they input the correct age when they are setting up their Snapchat accounts, because by doing this, they will then benefit from the default safety features for under 18s. In addition, family centre parental controls on Snapchat can only be put in place when the user's account states they are under 18. As well as sending snaps, Snapchatters can communicate by sending direct messages and voice notes, through voice and video calls, and sometimes they can view one another's geolocation on the Snap Map. Ability to share location is one of the options your teen can change via their own privacy settings, and I will explain this later in this video. Snapchat's Family Centre is used by many parents and carers to oversee their teens' usage of this app. This feature allows users to limit their child's exposure to sensitive content, view their child's friend list, report any concerning profiles to Snapchat, see which profiles have been newly added, as well as who their teens have recently interacted with. It's important to highlight that whilst you can see which profiles your teen is in contact with, you cannot view their snaps or see their conversations with others. Your team will be told what you were able to do through the Family Centre before they choose to accept the invitation to link accounts. Now, to begin setting up parental controls with Family Centre, you will first need to download the app if you haven't done so already. This can be found on the Apple App Store with iOS or on Google Play Store on Android devices. Once this is done, it will guide you through setting up an account by entering your username, date of birth, and choosing a very strong password. The final step will be to enter either a mobile number or email address, which can be used to verify it is you. When your account is set up, you will need to add your child as a friend before you can link to their account. For this, you will require their Snapchat username. Starting on the camera page that you first encounter on opening Snapchat, click on the search icon in the top left corner. Simply type your teen's username at the top of the page. When their profile comes up, click Add, and it will send them a request which they will then need to accept. Once they have accepted your request, you will be able to send them an invite for Family Centre. To do this, you will need to open Family Centre. Starting from the camera page, click on your profile icon in the top left corner. Then click on the settings icon in the top right corner. Scroll down and under Privacy Controls, you will see Family Centre. Click onto it and select your teen's account. Then press Send Invitation at the bottom of the screen. Your teen will need to accept your invitation to Family Centre to enable you to utilise the parental controls. Before sending the invitation, it may be beneficial to outline to your teen how and how often you intend to use Family Centre and explain that it has been set up in the interest of their safety. When in Family Centre, you can view your teen's friend list by simply clicking on the blue View Friends button. Via this list, you will see a flag button to the right of each friend's name. If you have concerns about a person posting inappropriate content or spamming your teen, you are able to report this by pressing on the flag and selecting a reason for your report. The poster will not be notified that you have reported them on submitting the report to Snapchat. You may also see some emojis next to friends' names. To the right, you will see what some of the emojis mean. For example, if your teen's friend has a yellow heart next to their name, they are your teen's #1 best friend. These hearts change to red and pink if they have been friends for at least 2 weeks or 2 months. Another noteworthy emoji is the fire. This signifies a snap streak, something you may hear your teen mention. A fire emoji with a number next to it means 2 friends have both sent photo or video snaps to one another for that many consecutive days. Many young people see their snap streak as a measure of their friendship, and they fear they'll let their friend down if they end up being the one to break the streak. Going back to the Family Centre menu, below View Friends, you will find a link to Snapchat's Quick Start Guide, which provides help and support to parents and carers using Snapchat. Underneath View Friends, we find the Restrict Sensitive Content toggle. When enabled, this feature limits your teen's ability to view inappropriate content, including explicit language, nudity, and depictions of sexual activity. This filter is only applicable to content shown in Stories and Spotlight on the app. It cannot filter out such content that has been sent directly to your teen by other Snapchat accounts. Finally, on the Family Centre menu, you can also view which Snapchatters your teen has spoken to within the last 7 days. And if required, you can also report them via the flag on this screen too. Within their friends list, you may also find My AI. You are able to turn the AI feature on and off via the toggle in Family Centre. My AI is an artificial intelligence chatbot. It's a computer program which you and your teens can independently have conversations with through Snapchat. Each person has access to their own chatbot, which is able to respond to questions, suggest ideas, and offer advice to the person chatting with it. Even though My AI is a computer program, your teen must still be careful about which personal information they choose to share with it. It is also worth reminding teens of the importance of reaching out to their trusted adults for advice and emotional support when needed. Not all information provided by the My AI chatbot is true or accurate. Some companies will also use this feature to advertise their products and services. As mentioned previously, you can see if your child is using this feature through recent conversations within Snapchat's Family Centre. To turn this feature off, make sure the My AI toggle is to the left and a light grey colour in Family Centre. If the toggle shows blue, this indicates My AI is enabled. To change this, simply press on the toggle and select Disable. Although parent and carer controls are relatively limited through Snapchat's Family Centre, there are some more things you can do to help safeguard your child when they are using the app. It is worth familiarising yourself with the features of Snapchat as well as the potential safety risks, so that you're able to advise your teens on how to use it safely. Your child can take steps to safeguard themselves by ensuring they only add people they know as friends, by using the block and report functions if they encounter any inappropriate or abusive behaviour, and by personalising their own privacy settings. You may decide to support them by looking at their personal privacy settings with them and discussing how to use the app responsibly and safely. Personal privacy settings can be found on the app via the settings icon under Privacy Controls. Through individual privacy settings, people are able to decide who can view the snaps that are added to their story, choose whether their profile can be found via the Quick Add function, and control who is able to see their location. I think it's important to take some time to discuss location sharing on Snapchat. In their privacy controls, Snapchat users can decide whether or not their location will be shared with friends on their Snap Map. You can zoom so far in on the map that you could even pinpoint which building a friend is in. Whilst location services can be great for safety reasons, for example, so parents and carers know the whereabouts of their children, personally, I would not recommend sharing this information with your entire friends list. Enabling ghost mode will ensure that your location is hidden from everyone within the app. If preferred though, with ghost mode disabled, Snapchatters can select trusted individuals, for example parents and carers, to be able to access information about their location. To do this, make sure ghost mode is switched off, then click on Only These Friends and select usernames from your friend list. As mentioned earlier in this video, Snapchat often sends notifications to the sender if a recipient screenshots what they have posted. Because of this, some users assume that what they post will not be copied, unless they receive a notification. However, this is not always the case, as many people have alternative ways to copy posts, which could even be as simple as taking a photo using another device. Please remind your teens to be careful what they send, as what they posted online can be easily copied and reshared without their knowledge or consent. We advocate that you have regular, open conversations with your teens about the internet so that they're reminded that they have your ongoing support with any issues or concerns. Whilst reassuring them that you're there to keep them safe, it's also vital that we acknowledge that social media is something that's really important to them, and we take some time to recognise some of the positive aspects of it. Young people often really appreciate when their adults take an interest and enjoy apps with them. It's also worth reminding young people that safety chats and the use of parental controls are signs that their adults really care about their safety and well-being. Finally, to stay up to date with the latest online safety advice, I strongly recommend internetmatters.org. It is an excellent website with a wealth of information about online issues, guides, resources, and advice for young people, parents, carers, and schools. Thank you for joining me for this video about Snapchat's parental controls, and I hope you found it helpful.